you have mentioned FOMO Hunt, so I wanted to ask you about your projects, or how can I call it? You have told me that you participate or you are a member of Curate Project and FOMO Hunt and Gockstein. Can you tell me more about it?
FOMO Hunt, I started with the team at FOMO Hunt couple, I would say at the beginning of this year. So it's been a while, and they absolutely had faith in me and wanted for me to be on their team. I believe FOMO Hunt is going to make it huge because they invest in people, and I absolutely love that about them. They are very honest, hardworking team that just can you cannot stop them. So it's a pleasure to be a part of that project. Originally, FOMO Hunt actually started as a blockchain events website. So their original idea was to list all the blockchain events that are going on all over the world. But then they decided to add the market to it, where they sell crypto art, crypto gear, crypto swag, how you call it now. But first and foremost, I do believe, and I'm very thankful to be on that team because FOMO Hunt really is a pioneer in what they're doing. Goldstein is a fantastic idea, and in my opinion, a very unique idea in the crypto market right now, which is a hard copy magazine that it's also available online. But the team at Gorgstein is working on having that little piece of tangible magazine that you can actually have in your hands. They are a little bit upscale, in my opinion, so that's good too. It's creating a different niche in the crypto market, and they do cover news and they do present interviews. They're really worth reading because they do a very in-depth research on everything that they present. So I am very excited to be a part of their team as well and help them with the art section, the fine art section at the magazine.
Okay, so last but not least, great project. Can you tell me more about it?
I was actually extremely excited to be asked to be in the part and on the team for Curate project. The website is curate.style, and it is the first style discovery decentralized app, which obviously is a D app. Uh, it uses smart contracts enabled platform in order to curate different styles and fashion. And at this point, without a lot of advertisement, they actually signed with Louis Vuitton, Zara, and the conversations with Nike are being held pretty much as we speak. So huge companies are going to be on board, and to make it very simple, how this project is supposed to work, you do have three tiers of participants. There are style creators that share the content and pretty much started off from content taken from the big fashion companies. Then you have curators, who are people who upvoted, engage with it, making it more popular. And then you have the buyers, the people at the very end of the cycle. All these participants are actually rewarded in tokens, and it can be in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or our own Curate. So to me, it's something that is a little bit different because it brings crypto to people who have no idea about it, and that's why I do believe the potential is huge. Um, Second of all, there's a lot of very well established fashion companies behind it, and I think this project has a lot of applications. It's 3.0, Web 3.0, it's decentralized, and it is an open source where I I believe it's the only way to build nowadays, to be honest with you.
So they have their own tokens, right? So we can invest.
Correct, correct. Curate, and I do believe they hit exchange, a couple exchanges at the end of the year. That is the roadmap, and that's the plan for right now.
I will have to check it out because if you tell about companies like Louis Vuitton or Nike or something like big giants of international giants, international companies, so it's good to invest in projects such as
It's
that.
also, Mike, it's really good to know that it's another confirmation that the blockchain technology is not going anywhere. It is just the process that we are part of making it being a little bit quicker. So when you do bring big clients like that on board, and when you have big companies like that behind the blockchain technology, you know that this is the future. So there's no question in my mind about it.
Yes, of course, people don't realize how many applications does blockchain have, and how many
Absolutely.
new people will invent in the future. I think blockchain is another internet, and it will be everywhere. Of course, it isn't a solution for every problem in the world, but it's new technology, and I dare to say that it's another. Just like I said, it's another internet. It's a revolution.
Absolutely. And I always look at it also that, people like to throw decentralized here or there as a buzzword. I do believe that as of as of right now, let's be honest, when you look into Federal Reserve and the money supply being controlled from one central entity, it doesn't have any future, and we all, I think, know that. So this is very, very important. But I don't want to take everyone down the rabbit hole and my conspiracy theories. But I do believe that the end of centralization is near, and it's coming because it's just inevitable.
Yeah, I agree. I think even banksters know that their time is up, and they will be gone in I don't know 5, 10, maybe 20 years. There is need for a
That's
new
correct.
financial system. So people won't lose their money, and banks won't steal their money because I don't know how it is in the United States, but in Poland, if you have something like more than 100,000 euros, when bank collapses, you don't get anything above
Anything.
100,000. I don't
Yeah.
know. So we have.
I see it, and that is actually the original idea why I got into this technology and why I'm interested in it. It's just the powers that be are pretty much at the end of their life cycle at this moment, just because it's the nature of blockchain, I think, to maybe not destroy it, but to make the change. So we are not relying and believing in that centralized system for controlling all the money supply.
Of course, I agree. Bitcoin can die, but blockchain will stay. So that's why I always encourage
Exactly
people
correct.
to try to create their own projects or their own businesses using blockchain because it's the future. It's the future. It's here now, and it will be with us in next 10, 20, 30 years. So it's a good time to start now when it starts, not when it's everywhere. All right. So when we have mentioned investments, I wanted to ask you: do you invest in crypto yourself? Do you buy?
I, I do. I'm mostly at this time. I'm mostly invested in Bitcoin. There's a couple little projects that I invest in. I always been a huge fan of Engine, which is a platform pretty much for gamers. I do believe that the gaming world will have their own currency in a sense, and I do believe in teams that work really hard that it's